Hey there! In this video, we will discuss about system development lifecycle. The organization as a system comprises of various interrelated departments such as production, marketing, sales, and personnel, etc. None of these sections are of much use when taken as a single independent unit. Only when they are properly coordinated, the organization can function effectively and profitably. While designing a system, we must concentrate on three basic points. Firstly, a system must be designed keeping in mind the predetermined objective. Secondly, interrelationships and interdependence must exist among the components. And the objective of the organization as a whole has higher priority than the objective of the subsystems. This is the third point. Softwares can be developed by different techniques. One of the basic and very important procedures is a software development lifecycle. SDLC is a process followed for a software project within an organization. It describes how to develop, maintain, replace, and alter or enhance specific software in detail. There are different phases for the development of the system. Let's look at them briefly. Firstly, requirement specification and determination, which includes problem definition. The next step is feasibility analysis. System design follows the next, and system implementation is the fourth step. System testing is done, or it is evaluated. And lastly, system is modified and maintained. Now let's discuss these phases one by one. First, requirement specification and determination. This phase is the most important and fundamental stage in SDLC. It is used for the recognition of need of user after studying the problem. Before starting with this phase, the problem must be defined in simple and detailed way so that proper requirement can be collected. So, the first step is to specify these needs or requirements. For example, before building a house, the head of the family has to specify the needs of his family. Those needs are noted in consultation with the family members. Each member of the family would state his or her requirement. Children, for example, would like to have a large playing area. Mother would like to have a big kitchen. Grandfather might need a big room for himself, etc. Thus, the head of the family considers the entire requests, sets priorities amongst them, and arrives at the decision. Similarly, in developing a computerized system, the process is performed by senior members of the team with inputs from the customers, the sales department, market surveys, domain experts in the industries, etc. Next step is feasibility analysis. A feasibility study takes into account the various constraints within which the system should be implemented and operated. The main objective of feasibility study is not to solve the problem, but to acquire its scope. The final report of the feasibility study is a formal proposal. It is a summary only about what is known and what is going to be done. There are mainly 5 types of feasibility studies which we are going to discuss. Firstly, economic feasibility. It specifies whether the system is economically feasible or not. This can be checked by cost or benefit analysis. Next is technical feasibility. This feasibility looks into account the technical details, including hardware and software resources required to fulfill user requirements within the allocated time and budget. Operational feasibility is another option which specifies whether all the operations can be done by the system or not. In other words, it checks the working of the system by taking all the views from the users and other people. Behavioral feasibility on the other hand, specifies whether the user wants a new computerized change in the organization or not, which is related to the behavior. Organizational feasibility is the last option, which specifies whether all the rules and regulations laid by the government are applicable in the system for the organization and staff are following them or not. The next phase is the analysis phase. Analysis is detailed study of various operations performed by the system and the relationship among various elements of the system. During analysis, all the hardware and the software specifications and its complete operations are discussed. During this, data is collected by taking interviews, on-site observations, and questionnaires. And then all the conditions are discussed and all transactions are measured from all angles. Design phase or system design follows next, and during this phase, the user requirements are transformed and represented with the help of diagrams, which help the programmer in software coding and implementation. This is a typical diagrammatic approach for the designing. To design a complete flow of the system, various system development tools are used like DFD, which are data flow diagrams, flowcharts, decision trees, etc. It is the most creative and challenging phase of SDLC. During this phase, logic off, the program is designed, files or database are designed, and implementation plans are drawn up. The output format is discussed with all types of input and conditions. It diagrammatically represents the complete working from the initial stage to the final stage. Flowcharts can also be drawn to represent the relationships amongst the subsystems. System implementation, which is coding or programming, includes all the written programs, created databases, and user operational documents written, training of the users, and sub-programs or functions are merged. Here, also, all the programs and the sub-programs or functions or procedures are compiled and executed. In the end, it is primarily concerned with users training, site preparations, and file conversions. System evaluation or system testing is the next phase, and once the system has been in operation for a reasonable period, it is evaluated and a plan for its improvement is drawn up. In this, the final testing is done by giving the original data. During the final testing, user acceptance is tested, followed by user training. System checks the dummy data for accuracy against the files provided for testing. If the dummy data programs execute successfully, then the programs are executed with the help of actual data. Otherwise, if it is unsuccessful, then debugging techniques or diagnostic procedures are used to detect and correct the errors. Similarly, the shortcomings in the system are realized only after it is implemented and used for some time. Last is system modification or maintenance. System modifications and maintenance and updations are done after the delivery of software product. Modifications definitely cost the time and money, but users expect modifications to be made. As the name software itself implies, it is soft and hence changeable. Let's check out the types of maintenance. Software maintenance helps to make changes to the software product after delivery. This helps in correcting the faults and improving the performance. The main point of maintenance is that it merely involves fixing defects. Let's check out some types of maintenance based on their characteristics. Firstly, corrective maintenance. This type of maintenance corrects the problems which are advised by the user or produced by user error reports. Adaptive maintenance has the main purpose to help to adapt to the ever-changing world of technology and business environment. Perfective maintenance aims to keep the software usable over a long period of time. It includes new features, new user requirements for refining the software, and improving its reliability and performance. Preventive maintenance is used to solve problems which are not important at the moment but may cause serious issues in the future. There should be a schedule for weekly or monthly maintenance of each machine or software. It helps to prevent the problems in the future. With this, we end today's lecture, and I hope you have learned a little bit about the maintenance and system development lifecycle. Thank you.